30-metre sprint. We followed the protocol from Complete Soccer Training 2012. There was a qualified first aider present. A first aid box was present at all times during the exercise. A phone was present in case of emergency. The test was carried out on a dry day as we performed a 30-metre sprint on AstroTurf, which can be very slippery when wet. The client wore running trainers which were not appropriate for the AstroTurf and therefore could cause injury. The purpose of the 30-metre sprint was to test the speed and acceleration of the client. As a test carried out in less than 5 seconds, it is anaerobic. This test is useful for reconditioning of football players as it suggests that if the results are lower than 15% to the previous result, the player should continue with rehabilitation, according to Fitness for Football. The 30-metre sprint is suited to team sports which require short bursts of running, such as hockey, rugby and football. In football, the client may need to sprint back into position and therefore a high speed is required. The 30-metre sprint test has high reliability as we completed this test 3 times in order to collect an accurate reading. 30-metre sprint test is reliable as we use scientific equipment such as laser gates, which provide an accurate reading of the client's speed. Following the protocol, the client carried out a warm-up for 10 minutes. This included jogging, dynamics and short speed bursts. A distance was measured of 30 metres using a tape measure. 4 laser gates were set up, 2 at the starting point and the other 2 were after 30 metres at the finishing point. All 4 laser gates were switched on and lined up to each other. The remote was set to 0. The client would run as fast as she could from one set of laser gates to another. The test was carried out 3 times, all for a distance of 30 metres from a standing position, with full recovery between each run. Normative data from 16 to 19-year-old females highlights that the client scored below average, with the subject scoring 4.98 seconds, which is in the category of 4.9 to 5 seconds.